Guys, it is the best moment in football now. We're about to start the champions. Let me hear it. Beautiful. Beautiful. And I'm here to tell you my predictions. Group A, Bayern, United, Copenhagen, Galatasaray. Bayern wins it. United does not look good. I don't think they're really contenders to win the group. I think Bayern are easily the favorites. Copenhagen, I don't know a lick about Copenhagen. I think they're fourth, and I will say, don't be surprised if Galatasaray takes a point or three from United. Don't be shocked. I'm calling it right now. Group B, Arsenal, Sevilla, PSV, and Lens. I think it's Arsenal's to lose. They should be beating all these teams, but Arsenal are bottle jobbers. This coming from an Arsenal fan. They should be every single one of these teams. Sevilla, yes, they won the Europa League, but they were fighting almost a relegation battle last year. So Sevilla, if they focus on Champions League, maybe, but I don't think they're focusing on anything. I think they're just going to play for the play. Obviously, they have so many different competitions. I see them maybe even third, maybe even fourth. PSV. I know a main part of PSV, the PSV team, was Xavi Simons. Now he's not with them. I don't see PSV doing anything. Losing a really key part of their factor. And Lens, they challenged PSG last year. I mentioned it. If it wasn't for Messi's free kick, Lens wins the league. Lens could get second, maybe even first. I know they lost a couple players, but I think they kept most of their core back. You know what I mean? So I think Arsenal first, Lens second. Group C, who passes their Group C? Napoli, Real Madrid, Braga, Union Berlin. They both have the best left wingers in the world. Kvaradona, I think I said it right, and Vinicius Jr. So I think they're both these teams should have a pretty easy way to go through. I think Madrid obviously goes first, and Napoli goes second. Union Berlin I can see maybe like stealing a couple points from Napoli. So maybe I might see them third, then Braga fourth. I don't. If you're a Portuguese team that's not Porto or Benfica, I don't think you go anywhere. Moving on, talking about Benfica. Group D, Benfica, Inter, Salzburg, Real Sociedad. Inter was in the finals last year. I think I got to give them the respect that they'll get first. Benfica always plays well in the group stages and then crashes out in the round of 16. Like that's just what they always do. Or the quarterfinals. They always play well. They always play well for no reason. Everyone's like, ooh, could this be the Benfica squad to, revive Eusebio? No, it never happens. People, I say it's like the minority. The minority people starts betting on Benfica like they're going to beat like a big team. But they could get second. Sociedad and Salzburg, I don't rate too high. I think they'll fight for third or fourth, and maybe Sociedad gets third because they're always in the Europa League. Group E, Feyenoord, Atletico Madrid, Lazio, Celtic. Can I say something? I feel like Atletico Madrid always get like the most average team. I feel like they're never in a group where they could lose it. It's always they're in teams where they'll lose or win against. It's always an average team, but they play well. This is a really average group. I would hope Atletico goes first. Lazio played really well in the Serie A last year. If it wasn't for Napoli, they actually could have won the league. If Napoli didn't have a reassurance, a revitalization, Lazio could have won the league, which is kind of crazy to think. But that counts with the Juve 15 points thing. But then Feyenoord, Celtic's pretty fun to watch. I could see them get third. Feyenoord, yeah, they got first, and I know they won their league, but I don't believe in Dutch teams. Hate me all you want. Group F is probably one of the biggest group of deaths I've ever seen in my life. PSG, Dortmund, Milan, and Newcastle. Any team could get first, second. I can't predict this. You know, what I mean, PSG shambles, lost Messi, lost Neymar, Mbappe. You know, happy. He's leaving for Madrid next summer. Dortmund lost Jude. You know, big part of that midfield. Milan, they lost Sandro Tonali, and they're going to face Sandro Tonali against Newcastle. But, you know, they look decent. Pulisic is, you know, LeBron just a soccer. Playing pretty well for Milan lately. And Newcastle, who, you know, the first time in the Champions League in years. And, you know, they look really good defensively last year. And they look good at the end of the year attacking, too. So, you know, from the past couple fixtures, they didn't look too good in my eyes compared to last year. So, but, you know, we just started. You know, we can't just say that they don't look good or bad. You know, we need some weeks ahead. My prediction for this group of death, I could see PSG get last because they're just that much into the shambles. Like just because the core and everything just went downhill. They don't, you know, they're probably still in shock, or like a club shock from losing so many big players. I can see PSG go last. I think Dortmund third, and maybe Milan or Newcastle up in first or second. I think I have a lot of trust in Newcastle. I don't know, because Dortmund are bottle jobbers, just like Arsenal. Dortmund and Arsenal they're really alike. But Dortmund does get it done in the Champions League no matter what. So I would say Dortmund, Milan get through. PSG, Newcastle are gone. And I think Newcastle gets the European spot. That's how much I don't believe in Paris. Group G, Man City, Leipzig. I can't say that name. You know what? Crvena Zvezda. Nailed it. And Young Boys. It's Cities to win. I mean, what else do you want me to say? RB Leipzig gets second. I don't see the other two even getting a scrape of whatever. They could maybe beat Leipzig, I guess, but it's Cities to win. Haaland scoring 19 goals before the round of 16. In Group H, Barca, Porto, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Antwerp. We love Antwerp. It's Barca's to win too. I know we're still I know we just lost Ansu Fati on loan, but you know, it's Barca's to win. I think Porto will be a close second. Shakhtar Donetsk always upset, especially playing in Ukraine. Oh, actually, no, lies. They don't play in Ukraine anymore. But Shakhtar Donetsk probably gets last because they don't play at home anymore. And Antwerp probably gets third because they're this is the first time they ever won anything. They probably are riding such a big wave. But I think Barca first, yeah. You know, Champions League football. Glad it's back. This is where, you know, the greatest stars play, unless you're in Saudi Arabia. But this is where, you know, people shine. Who I think will win it all? I think it's Man City's to lose again. I don't see a team touching Man City. Not even Madrid. I'm a Barca fan. Not even Barca. It's Man City's so stacked, and they have probably the best manager in the world and probably in the biggest stride in their life. The only reason why I don't see Man City winning is in the Premier League too and everything is how bad is that De Bruyne injury, but you know, he'll be back in time, and I think Man City can keep, you know, especially with such an easy group, they'll be fine going to the group stages. If De Bruyne comes back, you know, as good as always, no one's stopping Man City, man. Man City's the best team in the world. But it's finally back, baby. We get real soccer back. Let's go.